Ma never na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment at the comment section after watching or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. I want you to join me listening to what Prince Ajay has also have to say about Abu Jinapor and Nana Addo and how they are ready to collaborate with the Aura team to recover all the loots. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what he said into detail. Thank you.
Yes. Anyway,
so you can go ahead.
So I think that
as people analyze that. Yes.
I think that it is true that Ghanaians voted for Oral to come into being because it was part of the major campaign messages of John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jane Nana Opukwuadimah when she said that she and the president had met, that at her inaugural, that as vice presidential candidate, that she and President Mahama incoming had met and decided that anyone who had plundered the nation or looted the lands and so on, assets of the country, would be prosecuted. And her emphasis were on all. And I think that I still stand by mine, which is, I'm not the president anyway, and I don't have the executive authority. I don't even have the powers to, as it were, make parliament do what it must do, except to say that Ghanaians hold the real power. And if Ghanaians have spoken, it is obligatory of those that they voted for to do the needful. Much as the EC and Afenyomakins and others, including some people in our judiciary and police, will try to scheme. I think that every opportunity must be taken, and that would include, well, in this instance, I'll concede the removal of the current sitting president, which was one of the nightmares of Afenyomakins, for which reason he's trying to deny the NDC of a supermajority of 2/3. That the opportunity presents itself, and starting the process is good. If it doesn't, well, it's deferred to the next day and the days following from same. And at least they should note that they have only 3 years with to prosecute the president. That is the current president, Akufo-Addo, the mother serpent of corruption. Now, I think also that it will send a signal that Oral can touch any and everybody, no matter what office you occupied or what position and status you have in society. And of course, the appointees flowing from there would know that all of them can be tagged. And I don't think they should be left with politicians. I think that there are lots of crooked businessmen. The particular person that comes to mind is the one who tried to bribe the MPP MPs to rescind their decision to have, the former finance minister removed. The vote of censure that would have succeeded because almost all the MPP MPs had agreed, and the NDC side too had agreed. So there would have been a unanimous censure and removal of the person who had not only joined at the hip with the governor of the Bank of Ghana and Dr. Bawumia as head of economic management team, collapsed the economy, collapsed the city, made the exchange rates into some monster, and hardships, excruciating hardships imposed on Ghanaians. They let the guy off the hook. That person must be found. That person must be named. That person must be prosecuted for the attempted crime and the crime itself of bribing, whether they received and returned or whatever else. There are other crimes flowing from the fact that there was an attempt at least to be bribed, if their stories to be believed, and they refused to be bribed but saw someone trying to commit a crime and they aided and abetted the person to go free and are unwilling to cooperate with investigative bodies to, as it were, not name to shame, but name for the person to be, prosecuted. Well, I believe they took the bribe, but that is to be evidenced by, some proper body that is clothed with authority to do same. And then it should go in a cascading manner down to those who have looted. Oh, yes, of course, looted. When I use looted, lands come first to mind. Looted all the lands. That would include the governor and his deputies, the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, and several other people whose names are listed for the cantonment's land alone. And then we have the list that we have sent also on account of the trade fair, the airport lands, Laboni lands, all those prime lands. We have the list of this, in which we are going to present to oral before the work comes to an end, and we're expecting that those persons will be prosecuted and the lands retrieved, as you said. And if the state is minded to use it for the original purpose, that we as the original pre-acquisition owners are happy to leave it with the state for the development of Ghana. However, if the state is no longer interested, as per Article 25 and 6, in using it for the stated purpose, that it be given back to us. In the case of the trade fair, no compensation has been paid, and so we are supposed to get the trade fair plus the 2 hotels adjoining it, which is part of the original acquisition. When it comes to the wireless, that's where the AU property is, and where those new stolen lands are, including Galamsey's like Jinapor and others are occupying. Those lands, okay, must be returned, and that's where I hold some Jinapor as a criminal who must be indicted, because he told all Ghanaians when he took over from
our West.
Not
Pan-African TV's West.
Please. I am the one speaking.
Yes.
He's a lawyer. I know he should sue me. He told Ghanaians that's after taking over from Ansuma Cheme, the former minister, who had signed an MOU with a body that is not clothed with authority to sell that, and there were agitations. He told us that he was instituting a commission of inquiry into that thing, and that it is the facts and the law that will guide him going forward. Where is that report? That report from whatever investigation that was done must be given to the transition team today before he leaves office. It must be given to the transition team. I have queried not just him, but everybody, including people at the Lands Commission. They have no record of any document, no report on the wireless thing. So on what basis were those lands given to anybody? On what basis was the governor of the Bank of Ghana and his 2 deputies, KJ4 and others, given that land? There's no basis, because there's no report. And if there's a report, it should be given. In fact, I think his handing over notes must be published for all Ghanaians to read. At least we from the stool deserve to see his handing over notes, because he has stolen and ensured people have stolen our lands. He came on national television and told us that all manner of people come to his office to ask for him to as it were allocate them lands, and that these will drive on weekends, and then they go and see all lands that are either occupied and so on, and then they come to his office and pressure them. Did he give them the permission? He told all Ghanaians that the president at the cabinet had issued this, and that nobody other than when he, the president, has given in personal writing through the minister any allocation. So it means that all these looting are void. If the president did not, and if the president did, then the president himself, together with Abu Japa, are thieves, and they must be dealt with. They must be dealt with, because the constitution has not given them the powers to do so. And I think that this oral thing, look, we will take it to the very last point. And everything in Ghana, look, Ghana may seem broke and poor, but Ghana is indeed rich. Our monies and our wealth are with some people. The state capture is real, and we must retrieve everything. We don't need to go to IMF, the World Bank, or any other place. The taxes must be withdrawn, and those people who have stolen our money, we must retrieve those things. Ghana can be run on the back of oral and the retrieval of the loot, and we will do that. Look, you see, I have taken the first 20 out of the 40 that you seated me to deal with a joint issue of what must happen with the oral related to President Akufo-Addo and people flowing from down from below him and the vice president, in whose office a certain person has even taken the cantonment's president's lands and other lands. He claims he was given those lands. By whom? By President Kufuor. President Kufuor gave those lands to several people who have activated that process under the mother serpent of corruption, Akufo-Addo, because he himself, his family members and so on. I have identified several of those that he has personally given to his daughters and other people. The chairman of ORA, Samuel Okudzeto-Abloka, has brought out a list of same, including that which the president personally supervised. President Akufo-Addo personally supervised a lot of the loot. And that's why people were emboldened. It was a free for all, not just in the land loot, but all sort of state assets. And I've put on record also that the current Minister for Works and Housing assured me that before exiting office, he has given he has gotten cabinet approval for the database of all state bungalows to be collated, and it's done. It is done, and they are entering the data. Last week he had told me that that document has been given to the transition team. I want to thank upon Nkrumah if indeed he has done that. If indeed the status of all state bungalows have been collated, it means that we know who is in what, who has been allocated what, the lease periods, everything.
Where?
And that would be a starting point for us to do a proper investigation. What it means to those of us who are the pre-acquisition owners also is that any land that the present administration and the incoming agree that it's not for the state, whether there's a bungalow on it or not, means that it is not for the state and means it's for the stool. In which case, we can take those lands back. But you see, our interests as a acquisition owners of these lands are not just to take back lands for the sake of it. We have given these lands for national development. We are keen on national development. Emphasis, national development, not third party or personal development, not familial development. We want Ghanaians to own these through the proper processes. The lands were gotten through the sweat and toil and blood of my forefathers. We will not give it to third parties because of political connections, because of people like Jinapor or people like Akufo-Addo or people like any other in any other government. It will not happen.
Right.
If the state does not retrieve it, we will have to have them returned, and we will use whatever means is necessary to make sure that it is done. But it must be organized and orderly, and we want the state itself to do so. And that's why I applaud this oral concept, because what happened in the Songo place over the salt, which was given to Magdan by President Akufo-Addo in November 2020, had all the hallmarks of what is going on. Last week we have heard what happened. Somebody's been shot, 2 people shot, others injured and all that, because they've gone to besiege the place. We don't want the same to happen on the lands and other state assets and people chasing government vehicles like Abonye and other. And that is why the president announced the oral group early and is inviting people to send their evidence and documentations to that group so that we can have an orderly, situation before he takes over. And even after he's taken over, until he appoints an attorney general who starts the proper processes of, judicial, prosecutions and so on. Okay, I want to believe that we are capable of holding our horses. Let us all hold our horses, no matter how angry we are. Because if the guys are the same, if you are patient enough, you can see the heart of the ant when you dissect it. So Ghanaians, we've waited this long. The mother serpent is on the ropes. He's been boxed into the corner. The referee is counting him out. How many days more? A few days. Please hold your horses. Jinapor will not go to Parliament. That one I can assure most of you, because the basis for it will not exist in law or even by the EC's own baseline for upholding any proper election collation and results declaration. So it will not happen. So let's be patient. I appeal to my people, particularly in La. I'm appealing to the people of Ada, the Songo area. Please do not go and besiege any place, because there will be a president in office soon. There will be a government in place very soon. There can be orderly transfer of these things to the rightful owners. But the state also has a responsibility, not only to you, but you to the state. And these lands and other resources, including the salt, the Songo, okay, if the state has to take it and use it for our collective good, I think that we'll all be happier for it. We don't need to go violent and end up in either a Sudanese, Burkinabe or other situation. I want to appeal to all of you. Let us be patient. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prince Derek Ajay. A hearty good morning to Ambassador Sampiali, the president of the NDC's Professional Forum. He's doing the watching. He extends his greetings to all of you. And he says, wow, to hear a dove like Dr. Marzouk talk so passionately about oral means Ghanaians actually needed this change. Prince Derek Ajay, congratulations on your back-breaking job of removing the Dansuman MP.
my special greetings to my father. Yes.
Greetings to you.
Right. Together with my prince, I am greeting you in a special way. We miss you on set.
Yes.
You would honor us.
God grant him to join us soon.
Yes. And then shower us your elderly wisdom,
Yes.
and professional guidance.
Right.
Thank you.
Good morning, Bless. My regards to your panel, especially my brother, Dr. Marzuk. Indeed, the recollation and redeclaration in some selected constituencies by Jin Mensa and EC are illegal and an affront to the rule of law. And I wish that their actions don't plunge this country into chaos and anarchy. Long live NDC, long live Ghana. Thank you, Ibn Abbas Jos, Tamale Central constituency. Thank you, Ibn.
Thank you, Ibn.
Good morning, Bless. This is Adam Kola, PRO from Tamale Central. Every Ghanaian who is responsible knows EC's recollation will not work because no one is above the law. Okay, thank you very much for your message as well. Good morning, hosts. The oral team is very solid. They should not forgive Jane Mensah. She must be removed from office and be prosecuted. If the Mahama government fails to do so, I'll be a crusader to campaign against NDC in the next election. Greetings to Alhaji Karim Seidu, Constituency Chairman Obasi West, and David Adama, the Constituency Secretary. Ash Gold, Obasi, long live NDC. All right, thank you for your message. Let me proceed to this one from Ayuba in the Savannah region, Salagan North Constituency to be precise. My greetings to our MP elect Honorable Alhaji Alasa Mumuni. My greetings also goes to Honorable Yunusa Hamza Lansa, one of the people who also contributed massively for the victory of NDC in Salaga North and Ghana at large. Thank you very much, Ayuba, for your message. Right. Good morning, sir. Good morning. You didn't tell me anything, or you only wanted to extend your regards. Okay, thank you very much for that. Ken Williams comes with this one and says, good morning, host. Referring to elections in 2004 is an act of intellectual dishonesty, since the laws under Afarijan were different from CI 127 that rules that collation ends after declaration. That's why EC told NEC to go to court if they are not satisfied with the results in Techiman, Esikado, and Sefi in 2020. Jane Mensah and her MPP staff have outlived their usefulness, so they must go to allow Dr. Afarijan to come and clean up this vote rigging mafia under the guise of EC. How can we have a united Africa when we have traitors and double agents of colonialism like Akufo-Addo who openly conspire with the Western powers for national awards and personal gains? Africa can only unite when the enemies of progress within are not allowed to get close to political office in Africa. My best regards to you all, especially the firebrand Derek. Please tell him to send me his WhatsApp number for a chat. Ken Williams, thank you. Your message has been very well. I'm telling you, he has upgraded it. Right. This one here also says that, good morning, Bless. What the man on your extreme left in long sleeve said is correct. The oral must work so that anyone who will enter politics must know that must not think of corruption. Tola in Tamale sent this one. Thank you, Tola. Good morning. My name is Alhassan Abdul Razak and I'm writing from Tamale. Greet Aruna Idrisu for me. We really appreciate his good work. Thank you. Okay. My name is Emmanuel Ampong in Akrokeri. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel, and many thanks to you for doing the watching. Extremely grateful. Now let's come to Dr. Marzuk. Prince actually changed the format. I wanted us to do the recollation and the Supreme Court's position and all of that, but we had to go back, or we have to go to the oral team and then what the chairman has come up with again regarding the presidency and the fact that some 60 million Ghana cedi has already been doled out for, in quote, special operations. Which special operations you and I have no idea of. I don't know if you do. But let me take your thoughts.
We much appreciate your time on the channel, and once again say happy new year. Please, if you're a new member and you have not yet subscribed, please do so for us, because this new year is a new era and we have more in store coming your way and you cannot afford to miss out. Please do subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that you'll be served duly. Thank you.
Debi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.